Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to send Jotform responses to multiple email addresses. So my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission on Jotform, then I want to send that same response on multiple email addresses by using Outlook email. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between these two applications, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of an amazing automation software, Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, trigger and action. So in trigger, first of all, we are going to take Jotform, and in action, I'm going to take Outlook email, which is a part of Microsoft Office 365. And we are going to set up a connection between these two applications to automate the entire process. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to share emails through Outlook on multiple email addresses whenever a Jotform form will be submitted. So I am a team lead of a department of my organization, and my objective is that whenever a form will be submitted by an employee which I have created by using Jotform for daily work report, then I want to send that same report to multiple members of HR team through Outlook email. Okay, so I'm going to create an automation for this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping this URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And we can also create different folders over here to save our workflows accordingly. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Send Jotform responses to multiple email addresses. After giving this name, here I am going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So I have already created a folder with the name as automations for HRM. I'm going to select that, and now let's click on create. As we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and action? As I already told you that these two are the main principles on the concepts on which the entire automation runs. So basically these are the building blocks of Pabbly Connect. So the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Jotform in our trigger and Microsoft 365 through which we want to send Outlook email in our action. And we want that whenever the form will be submitted by an employee as a work report, then automatically in the response the email should be sent to all the team members which I have in HR team. Okay, now here we can clearly see that action is the response towards our trigger, because when the trigger happens, that means when the form is submitted, then only the email is sent. Now after understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application. Now my objective is that whenever the employee is going to submit this form, then the response of the form should be captured over here in Pabbly Connect, and with that response the workflow should get trigger. So Jotform will be our trigger application over here. Let's select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So new response will be our trigger event, as we want that whenever the form will be submitted, the new response of that form should be captured over here, and with that response instantly the workflow should get trigger. Okay, now as we have done that, we can see that a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. So basically we have to follow these instructions step by step very carefully to set up this connection between Jotform and Pabbly Connect. And the URL which is provided to us is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Jotform towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, I'm going to copy this URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. For this, I'm going to take you towards Jotform. These are all my forms which I have in my Jotform account. I want to set up the connection between this employee task form and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to select this form. So whichever form you want to connect, you can select that. Okay, then you have to click on this edit form button. and the form is open in front of us. So basically this is an employee task form. At the end of the day, the employee has to submit their work report through this form. Okay, so it contains following fields such as name, last name, email address, employee ID, video created. Basically this form is for video team of my organization. Okay, so video created, yes or no, the topics on which they have created the video. Okay, so this is the form. Now in order to set up the connection between the form and Pabbly Connect, we have to go towards settings. And here from the left side, we can find the option of integration. So let's select that. After coming on integrations, here we have to search for webhooks. So in this field, we have to first of all paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect, and then we have to click on complete integration. And with this quick step, our connection between the form and Pabbly Connect is successful. So our integration is ready. Now we will go back towards Pabbly Connect. Here it is showing waiting for webhook response. This means that now we have to do a test submission. How we are going to do that? By submitting the form which we have connected, so that the response of the form could be captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to go back towards the form, and on the publish section, this is the link of the form which we have to copy. So I'm going to open it in a new tab, and now I'm going to fill this form with all the details by an employee side so that the response could be captured. Let's start with the name. Let's say the name of the employee is new employee. Okay, this is the name. I'm going to enter all the dummy details because I'm doing a test submission over here. Now I'm going to enter the email as well. So the email will be, let's say, new@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to enter the employee ID, new1209. I'm going to enter video created, yes or no. Let's say I'm going to enter yes over here, and it is asking us for the video topics. So I'm going to enter sustainable development. Okay, so this is the work report of new employee. Now I'm going to submit the report. And as soon as the form is submitted, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for a few seconds over here, and we can see that the response is received. So in the response, we have received all the details. This is the URL through which we have set up this connection. Here is the username of the account. Okay, all other details are also over here. Submission ID, employee details. This is the email address, first name, last name, the video topic, okay, on which he has created the video, employee ID, and the question whether video is created or not. Okay, so here are all the details. This means that our connection between Jotform and Pabbly Connect is successful. So now whenever the employee is going to submit the work report through form, then automatically we are going to receive the report over here in Pabbly Connect. Now my objective is that as a team lead, whenever I'm going to receive the report from each of my employee, I want to send that report to the HR team as well. So I want to basically send the summary. Therefore, I'm going to use Outlook email. Therefore, here I'm going to set up the connection between Outlook email and Pabbly Connect to send the email. So our action application over here will be Microsoft 365, with the help of which we are going to send Outlook email to multiple email addresses. Okay, now here we have to select the action event that will be send mail to multiple users. Now, because in the HR team, I have multiple members, therefore I want to send the email to each and every person. Okay, so I'm going to click on connect over here. Now we have to set up the connection. So I'm going to select add new connection to build a new connection with Microsoft 365 account. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now we are going to click on connect with Microsoft Office 365. Pabbly Connect is now asking us for the permission to access our Microsoft Office account. It is 100% safe, so I'm going to click on accept. And as we have done that, we can see that our authorization has become successful over here, and Microsoft 365 is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Let's move forward. Here we have to enter the details in these fields to send the email. First of all, it is asking us for the email subject. Here I am sending the work report details to the HRs. So I'm going to enter daily work report details. Now, because I have entered this subject line manually, so it has become static, and now it is not going to change with each and every new response. It will be same each time. Now the next over here is content type, so I'm going to select plain. Now the next is body content. So here we have to provide the content, that means the body of the email which we want to send. I want to send the brief summary of the daily work report of each employee. Therefore my content over here will be hello HR team. So this is the content. Hello HR team. Here's the brief summary of daily work done by member of my video team. Employee name, employee ID, email, video created or not, video title, regards team lead. So these are the details which we have to enter. So one by one we are going to enter the details over here, and because we have already received these details from our earlier response, that is from Jotform, and because we want to set up an automation for this process, therefore we use mapping. So mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given, and here are all the details we can see. First of all, we want to map the name of the employee. So when I'm going to search name over here, it has redirected us towards the first name and last name. Now first of all, I'm going to use first name. I will simply select that. It is mapped. Now I will use a space, and then I'm going to map the last name as well. So this is the full name of the employee. Because we have mapped this name, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, it is going to be replaced automatically. And in this way, automatically whatever data we are going to map is going to be replaced, and then automatically the email will be sent to the HR team, and then automatically the email for each and every employee with all new details will be sent to the HR team on Outlook email. But in case if we will enter the data manually by copy and pasting or by typing, then it would have become static and then it is not going to replace. So therefore, to automate the entire process, we use mapping. Now the next is employee ID. So here I'm going to map the employee ID as well. This is the employee ID. I have mapped that as well. Now we are going to map the email. The next is video created or not. So I'm going to search for video created, and the answer is yes over here. Now the next is video title. So this is the title of the video, sustainable development. I have mapped that as well. So we have mapped all these details, and this is our content which is already ready. So now we have to move towards the very important step, that is to recipient email addresses. On whatever email addresses we want to send this email, we have to provide those addresses over here, and we have to enter the email addresses only in this particular format which is given over here. So we have to enter the first email address, then we have to use a comma, a space, then we have to provide another email address in these brackets. So what we will do, we will simply copy the format given over here. I will paste it over here, and now I'm going to enter the email address on which I want to send this email. So first of all, I want to send this email address on hr@pabblytudes.com. In this way, we have to enter the first email address, then we have to use a comma, a space, then once again I'm going to paste the format which we have already copied. The next email address will be of another member of HR team, and I also want to send this email to the HR executive. So I'm going to enter another email address. So I have entered all the email addresses on which I want to send this email. In the same manner, you can send your email to multiple email addresses automatically by using this step, and you have to enter the email addresses in this particular format which is given over here in 2 curly braces. And in order to make the process easy, you will simply copy the format, you will enter it, you will make the changes in the email address, you will use a comma, once again you will paste the format, and then again you will make the changes. In this way, you have to enter the format over here. Now if you want to add CC recipients or BCC recipients, then you can also do that, but I do not want, so I'm just going to ignore this field. And now we are going to click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can see that we have received the response. This means that the email is sent. So let's go and check whether the email is received on these emails or not. And yes, here we can see that the email is received. So I'm going to open the email. The subject is daily work report details. And this is the same content which we have entered of the email. All the details are over here. And we can see that the email is received to multiple email addresses which we have entered. Okay. This means that our connection between Jotform and Outlook email is perfectly successful. So let's just quickly check this workflow once again. I'm going to once again fill the form and submit it with all new details, and as soon as we will do that, automatically we will see that the email will be received once again on these email addresses. Okay, so I will again copy the link. I'm going to open it in a new tab, and I'm going to submit the form. Let's say this time the name of the employee is dummy user. Okay, the email is dummyuser@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to enter the email ID. Video created, yes, and I'm going to enter the topic of the video. Now I'm going to submit the form. And as the form is submitted, let's go and check whether the email is received automatically or not. And yes, we can see that once again we have received the email. This time the email is for dummy user. This means this is the new employee name. This is the new employee ID. Here's the email and another video title. This means that the workflow is running perfectly fine. And here we can see that this email is again sent to these multiple email addresses. So let's just go back and we will quickly summarize what we have done actually in this particular workflow. So we have taken very simple steps: trigger and action. In trigger, we have taken Jotform, and in action, we have taken Microsoft Office 365. And we have connected both of them with the help of Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever a new response will be captured from Jotform, automatically the mail will be sent on Outlook email to multiple email addresses. And here I have just taken the example of daily work report, but you can create this automation for any of your requirement in the same manner by setting up the connection between Jotform and Microsoft Office 365, so that whenever you're going to receive a new Jotform form submission, automatically the mail will be sent to multiple users. Alright, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.